Hey, welcome back to the channel for another stimulating discussion about knives. And today we're going to be talking about what is a Turkish clip point knife. And going to give a lot of examples and try to clear up the misconceptions of what a Turkish clip point is. You can see here there's two different profiles to these blades, and neither one of these are a Turkish clip point. What? Yeah, a lot of you probably pointing this one out as a Turkish clip, but it's not. And we're going to talk about that in the upcoming video, and I'm going to convince you that this is not a Turkish point because I know what one looks like. So go ahead and check out the video if you'd like to learn more about Turkish clip points. Did you squirt Batman?
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Hi to all my viewers. Bonjour, privet, guten tag, hola, ciao, konnichiwa, and good day, mate, to my foreign viewers. Today we're going to try to unravel that mystery of what is a Turkish clip point. What makes it different from a California clip point or a long clip point? And what the heck is it after all? We're going to be looking at that. But before we do that, I think we need to look at what a clip point is and kind of discuss that real quick before we move on to look at some other examples. All right, to begin with, most clip points start at about the same spot. No matter what blade you're talking about, it's kind of like human bones. Human bones have a geometry to them, and whether you're large or small, they're all relatively proportional, and so are clips. And so when you look at this clip, most clips start about 2/3 down the length of the blade. So the clip itself is only about 1/3 the length of the blade. And if you look at this blade right here, come on, there you go. You see this apex right here and how the spine of the knife comes up to the apex and then it plunges down in a clip. So there's a lot of different styles of clips, but this particular style is an aggressive clip that Case has used probably since the 1920s, maybe before that. And it's called an A clip. This is the primary clip that was on Case knives before 1960. Prior to that, Case used another type of clip called the B clip. And here you can see the spine rises up to the apex, but not so much. And then the clip isn't so dramatic down here. But both of these clips start about 1/3 of the distance from the edge of the knife. And that's what we've come to look at as a clip blade on a knife, on a pocket knife. It's a little different on a Bowie. Here's another example here, and this is the A clip. Now, I think probably since 2000, most of the knives that Case produces have this A-type clip, the old style aggressive clip on them. And I think now, recently, they're actually starting to go back to a less aggressive clip. I've heard guys say they don't really like it. But that's the two different styles of clips. It doesn't matter whether you're talking about Case or any other manufacturer. They kind of all did the same thing. All right, so if you take this A-style clip right here and you look at it, compare it next to this clip right here, they're both on small pocket knives, Stockmans, but it's different. It's a lot different. And so it looks like that clip, it almost looks like a drop point, but it's a clip. And the apex is way further back. It's back here in this area right here, about a little more than 1/3 of the way probably down the knife right there. And so these are different clips. And this is a California clip. I'm not sure what Schrade marketed it as, but this is what's known as a California clip. And so if we look at a bigger example right here, most of our trappers have this California clip on the trapper, and that has varied over time too. And so prior to, I think, the 60s or early 70s, may have been the 70s, Case interchangeably used another style clip on their trappers, and that clip was a muskrat. And so let's look at a muskrat real quick. Camera just stopped. Okay. So it's still, yeah, a California clip there. You can see the apex right here and the apex right there. They're not too far apart. They're almost identical. It's the clip of the blade that is a little different on these. But they're both really thin versions of this blade right here, California clip. And so anytime you see it on a muskrat, a California clip is going to be a muskrat blade. Sometimes I've seen them where they start sooner, they start within an inch, but it's still a muskrat blade on those. There's one more variation on that California clip that you'll see, and we'll talk about that right now. Okay, this is an old Case slim trapper or farmer's knife right there. And this is what would be known as a long clip. And so if you were to, on a normal knife, that clip would be further up towards where the end of this nail nick is, a third of the blade left. But it falls back a little further. And so Case called this a Texas clip, or a long clip. I think Remington called it a long clip. And so the clip just extends a little further back than normal. And this is not a California clip, because California clips are within this first 30 to 40% of the knife. So a California clip would have its apex back here in this area right there. And so that's just a long clip is what that blade is called there. And so with all of that knowledge, what the heck is a Turkish clip? If none of these are Turkish clips, what is a Turkish clip? All right. So if you look at that picture up there, this is a picture of a Remington catalog, and it's listed as a Turkish clip. The first thing you notice is very similar to a California clip, and the apex is really close in here. And the next thing you need to notice is that the blade looks like it recurves. It has a slight curve to it right there. And after the apex of the knife, the spine and the edge of the knife are similar width all the way down to where it sweeps till you get that belly in the blade. And so when you get that belly in the blade, it sweeps back up into a point on the knife. And that is a Turkish clip. So these are really rare. I've never actually seen them in a old knife before, a real Turkish clip. And I think it's very distinctive. You can see that from the picture right there. And I'll show you one in the knife. It's about as close as you're ever probably going to get to a Turkish clip. And that's this one right here. And you can see right here, although the apex is pretty far down on this, and normally on a Turkish clip it would have been right in here, you can see the curve, the recurve in the blade right here. And then you can see that the width of the blade doesn't change at all between the spine and the edge of the blade till it gets down here to the belly. And then you have the edge sweeps down to create more room in the belly, and then back up to a point. It's very distinctive. If you put that up, if you put that up to a California clip, okay, snap in, you see the difference. You see the recurve there at the bottom, and how you have that big belly, and that's what's missing on most of these knives that you would think would be a California clip. Here's one right here, Again, you know, the defining feature here is that the edge is straight. Okay, so when you go down this edge, it's perfectly straight. There's no recurve. It doesn't come in here, and it doesn't bow out down here to create a belly. And that's what you see on this knife. So you have it coming in, getting narrow here, and then they follow the same width down, and then it swerves out to create the belly right here. And that's a major difference. And you can clearly see it if you know what a Turkish clip looks like. You see that? There's no mistake in it. And so most of these knives, manufacturers, I've heard some of the knives that Schrade produces, they'll say it's a Turkish clip. This is one of them right here. It's advertised as a Turkish clip, but it's really not a Turkish clip. It's a California clip or a muskrat blade on here. And Schrade, earlier, this is Schrade Walden. Earlier Schrades would call this a Western style knife. Sometimes you'll see that on knives too. And there's a lot of confusion about that. There's two pictures up there right now. Both of them are showing just an A-style clip on the knife up in the pictures there. One of them calls it a Turkish clip. The other one calls it an A clip, or just a clip. Neither one of them are really right. There's a difference between an A clip and a B clip. This is a B clip, so it's a clip, but it's a lot less mild than these A-style clips. Snap in, you see this is an A clip, big high apex on it, much lower apex on the B clips. And again, most companies use these interchangeably with their Stockman and other knives. And that's another thing, is most of the time you're going to see these Turkish clips on trappers, on muskrats, trapping type of knives. You don't really see them on any other kind of knives. And if you did see them on a Stockman, it would be a large Stockman. And so on like a 4-inch Stockman, the extra large Stockman, you might see a Turkish clip on it. But again, I've never seen one from antiquity on the knife. I'm going to show you some honorable mentions here. This is a Roper sow belly. You can see right there kind of a weird geometry on this. So it lacks the recurve here of a Texas clip, but it has a really big belly on it, and it has a really strong clip point on the top where the recurve is on the top here. It's a recurve spine. And so I would describe that as a modified Turkish clip, or it could be a modified California clip, either way. So it's not going quite as far as it should to be a California clip. Kind of a hybrid, but I wouldn't call that a clip blade either. Here's another one, and so this is actually the skinning blade on this, but you can see the real close similarity to the Turkish clip. You see that? So it doesn't really recurve here. If you straighten it out, it's straight right there. It doesn't really recurve, but you have that big belly where it sweeps down, and you have the recurve up here. And this is really supposed to be a funky spay blade, so you see the little clip for the spay right there. But I'd call this a modified Turkish clip, is what I'd call that right there. I wouldn't call it a modified spay blade. It don't look anything like a spay blade. Here's another one right here. This is a Frost. And again, you have a good recurve right here, but it's straight along here. And this one doesn't have any belly. So this is kind of the weakest kind of Turkish clip I would assign. And really, this looks more like a modified California clip to me, because you have a recurve blade. You actually have a recurve on the spine, where the California clip doesn't recurve. Let me show you that again. So you can see the California clip. It's just kind of straight down. Oh, snap in, snap in. There you go. It's just kind of straight down. And you have that recurve right there at the spine on this other one. Get it, snap in. There you go. So, yeah, more like a modified California clip than a Turkish clip. But as always, you know, it's kind of in the eyes of the beholder. That's what a Turkish clip looks like. You can see that in the picture. I'll show you the picture of it right there. So there's a picture up. There you go. Get this in focus. There you go. You can see in the picture, and that's a Turkish clip. That's what they look like. They have a recurve on the edge, big belly sweep down here, and you have the apex a little closer, usually on a Turkish clip. They're pretty rare, though. You're not going to see them on a knife. That's one of the things most mislabeled on knives is Turkish clips. So I hope you found that informative. Really appreciate you guys for watching the video, and I'll catch you on the next video.